Oh yeah, we're on the PlayStation. Because I'm the pilot now. And we're playing a game from my childhood that is one of my favorite series of all time. We're playing Air Combat.
Which is part of Ace Combat.
It is, yes. And, no, I don't know why this game is called Air Combat and the rest are called Ace Combat. I mean, it's called Ace Combat everywhere except North America. But, yeah, this game's almost 30 years old, dude. It came out in 1995. It was one of the first games for the PlayStation.
We're old. I mean, it shows. I mean, to be fair, for 95, I mean, look at those textures. You love it at the same time that you teasingly mock it. But
oh dear God, wait until you get in the game. Because this is the pre-rendered stuff. We're not even in the game yet.
That's fair.
Because it was definitely something that Namco did the best with what they had, and they were definitely early in the PlayStation, so they couldn't.
All those cockpits look different.
Yeah, it's because they're all different jets.
Fair enough. That explains it.
I should have actually called out which ones they were. That's an F-22.
I'm not going to remember that, though.
Yeah. Air Combat! Yeah, because it sounds kind of generic. It sounds like something you would find on the Atari, right?
In a way, I mean, yeah, to that point, it sounds very much like an arcade game.
Yeah,
and despite the fact that this is 95,
Air Combat was.
And that this is the PS1, that main menu screen looks so much like it almost looks NES.
Right. Yeah, so I'm going with expert controls because, duh.
So, alright, so I gotta ask, though, especially since it's giving you options for yaw. This is this a 3D environment? I know that the rest of the Ace Combat games are, 3D rendered and you're flying in a 3D space.
Mm-hmm.
This start menu gives me the impression that it's almost like a shmup, but this is not a shmup.
Nope, it is full 3D.
Okay.
And all the glory that 1995 3D on the PlayStation is going to be.
Which really still wasn't a lot.
Probably not. But let's experience it together. Let's start this shit up. Oh yeah. It makes me feel so good.
And that's pretty kick-ass music.
Yeah, right? That is one thing that the Ace Combat series has always been great at, is music. Alright, one-player game mode on... let's go normal. I haven't played this in nearly 30 years, so...
Yeah, let's not make this a different kind of...
Alright,
so... With the Zelda cast, with you watching and everything, you can do the voices for everything because there really aren't any spoken voices. But they're speaking,
correct.
So I can't do my narration and all my silly voices out here.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, because it is something that there is voice acting in all of the Ace Combat games.
Yeah.
I didn't even think of that.
Boo!
Also, look at that $10 word. Remuneration.
Remuneration. Isn't it supposed to be remuneration?
I don't know.
I don't think remuneration is a word. I think it's remuneration.
Do you have a dictionary handy?
I mean, I have the interwebs.
Yeah, fair enough. Look that up while I go show you and the viewers our aircraft that we start off with. So, one interesting thing about this is that because this is descended from an arcade game,
yep,
we have our lives down there, but each live is a plane that we have in our hangar. And we can only have so many planes in our hangar. So right now we have two. We have the F4 Phantom and the F-14 Tomcat.
See, that's actually kind of clever compared to just, like, lives, right?
Right? And one interesting thing about this is that if I get shot down or if I crash one of these things, it's gone. I have to buy it again.
The F-14 is a, better in every single way.
Yep, sure is.
Why would you ever go with the F4?
In case I crash the F-14. Which hopefully I shouldn't.
Well, why would you? Like, if you're worried about flying it, you'd never fly it.
Right,
or
exactly.
If you're worried about crashing it. Oh, yeah, and remuneration is actually a word.
Oh, it is.
Definition is money paid for work or a service.
Which, yep, we're mercenaries, so that's the whole point.
So I should stress here, since I mentioned ZeldaCast, right? We did ZeldaCast because it's one of my favorite game series, and you didn't really experience a lot of Zelda growing up.
Correct.
The tables have kind of turned here because you are very much ingrained in the Ace Combat series, and I know nothing about the Ace Combat series.
Right, because you haven't seen me play any of these, right?
I think I watched you play something of like Ace Combat 3 or 4 or something like that back in college, but only like
might have been like
a single.
6.
It was like a single mission in the middle of the game. I had no idea what was going on, and I watched for like 10 minutes. So you were just flying across the landscape, and I was like, "All right, I'm gonna go to the dining hall and get some food now."
Yeah, that might have been AC6, actually. Or it might have been, I don't know. Depends on whether or not I had a 360 at the time, because AC6 came out in like 2008, so we were in college then. But maybe I was playing something else. I don't know. Shall we dive into Mission 1?
Let's dive into
enemy
mission.
supply lines.
It's a very catchy mission name. Reward is 5 million something. This is your evaluation of your operational abilities.
Please continue.
Intelligent reports and enemy forward positions. You should have the advantage of surprise. We should have localized air superiority for the duration. He said all this like a minute ago. The subtitles are like super delayed.
Yep.
All right,
yes,
so
they are.
The red are all enemies, I would assume, correct?
Yep. Okay. All big bads.
So is that an accurate count, right? Like there's only...
Yes, actually.
Eight enemies in the entire mission?
Correct. And it's actually something that this game and AC2 do better than a lot of the future ones, is that I can actually look at every single plane, see what it looks like, what the reward is for shooting it down, and for things that can actually shoot back, I see their level. So, like, that MiG-31 is a rookie, so he should be pretty easy to take out. And same with this F4 here.
Interesting.
And I can sort of determine that because the MiG is worth more points, like it's worth 50k, and the F4 is worth 10k,
10?
That the MiG-31 is probably the beefier target.
So, do you not have to shoot all the enemies down? Unless the game tells you to, right? Like if the game doesn't tell you specifically that you have to shoot down all the targets, you can actually get through the mission without shooting down all the targets.
Correct. Yeah.
In other words, the main mission of the game is to not, like most other shooters, just kill everything.
Yeah, although you do get paid more for doing so.
Fair, but it's not like the inherent goal of the game.
Right. So in this case, everything that has the yellow blinking border are the things I need to take out. Everything else is just targets of opportunity.
Gotcha. All right, so before you take off real quick, what the hell is going on?
So,
narratively, just set me up for what the start of this game does, the start of this universe, what's going on?
Okay, so not a lot of this is explained, other than the opening cutscene.
Yeah, just explain the opening cutscene and like the basic lead up to this. Like if I'm pulling this game out for the very first time as a kid,
what the hell happened?
what is happening that is causing this mission to take place?
Okay, so there was a coup d'état of the government of the Twinkle Islands, which is where we are, and because the rightful government of the Twinkle Islands wants to... Or is it Twinkle? No, it's the Scully Islands. My bad. But yeah, basically, they don't want to engage the other world powers into this conflict to avoid escalating it, so they're bringing in a mercenary unit, which is us, Phoenix, as detailed by the emblem on our tail, is the Phoenix. So we are Phoenix.
Okay. So we're hired by the government. We're hired by the government to go kill these dudes.
Yep. To basically bring the proper government back from the rebels.
But we were hired to try to mask the fact of what they were doing.
Not to mask, it's just basically they don't want to seek outside help from another country because it could escalate the war. So they hired mercenaries. I can't make it make sense either.
Okay, that makes logical sense in like a Hollywood kind of way, but okay.
Wait till you see the
We'll
game.
roll with it. We'll roll with
Wait
it.
till you see how many missiles I have.
And but when you said Twinkle Islands, my brain went Tinkle Islands, and I was connecting it to like
Tingle Island.
This is part of Zelda. This is Zelda canon now. All right. What plane are you flying?
I mean,
how could you not?
Yeah. Now loading. Let's fly.
Ready? Break now.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's something, isn't it?
Bingo.
That was fast.
On our left.
Ugh!
Move on our tail.
Can you crash into other planes in this game?
I don't know. And some you can, and some you can't. I honestly don't know.
Enemy
I'm surprised the game just threw you straight into combat. Like you didn't have to fly
Oh, yeah.
after them at first.
Nope.
Enemy
You
in
just
sight.
do it.
Fire. Down.
Also,
All right.
note the number of missiles and guns that I have.
Holy shit!
Oh yeah, like, just in case you thought this thing was an arcade sim or like a realistic combat sim, the fact that I'm carrying 10,000 bullets and more missiles than your local Aegis cruiser, yeah. This game basically says, do we want it to be fun or do we want it to be realistic? And they made it fun.
All right, so I'm having flashbacks right now. So for our lovely audience out there, Dustin has always loved planes. No surprise, considering Ace Combat is one of his favorite series. Years ago, Dustin had never been to the Air and Space Museum. Whoa!
You can't crash into them.
Do a barrel
just
roll.
clip through it.
Do a barrel roll.
Where the heck?
Um,
Oh shit.
Dustin had never been to the Air and Space Museum outside DC, and I'm thinking specifically the hangar at Dulles Airport.
Right.
My uncle lived in DC, so one year, God, it was in college, wasn't it? We were like seniors in college or something.
We're going into our senior years, yes.
We visited. We drove drove down
Yes.
to DC to hang out with my uncle, and then to go to the Air and Space Museum. We got there right when they opened, and they had a flight simulator that could do like full barrel rolls and like complete 360 movement, like one of the super nice ones.
Oh yeah.
That we decided to hop into, and Dustin, of course, was going to be the pilot because he was never not going to be the pilot. No, yeah, he was never not going to be, and I just accepted by fate.
No one was taking that from me.
I was the gunner, but I couldn't actually shoot accurately half the time because I was too distracted by the fact that we were upside down with my legs dangling around my head and Dustin giggling like a little schoolboy because he was just so happy that he was flying around in circles.
Yep. We did take out a few things, but I was definitely more enamored with the fact of holy shit, I'm in an airplane.
Yeah, I think you were more excited about actually flying the plane than you were with how many targets I was taking down. Yeah, I also noticed that right now that you actually have fuel.
Yeah, I basically ignore it.
I was gonna say, what happens when you run out? I mean, I would think that you crash, but like, is there a way to refuel, or does the mission just end?
Mission ends.
So that's the game's timer.
Yeah,
effectively.
Yeah, that's mission 1 in the bag. Piece of cake.
So how many missions are there in this game?
19? 18 or 19.
Because I got the impression from you playing a lot of the other Ace Combat games that the games actually are decently long.
Yeah.
I know this was 95, so a long game, quote unquote, at 95 really was only like a couple of hours, but...
Right. Yeah, this is like before you think of like all the like super long games that came out for the PlayStation, like even stuff like Crash Bandicoot. Like I think that came out around the same time as this, like the original one.
You know, I mean, it's probably around the same time frame. I think, yeah, I'd like to say that Crash Bandicoot was like 96 or something like that, 96 or 97.
I feel like it was a launch title for the PlayStation, wasn't it?
It had to have been damn close to it. Granted, I'm sure that this game, the technical abilities for this game are kind of hindered on the fact that it was trying to do a lot with a 3D environment.
Right,
because Crash Bandicoot had
optimized it either.
Yeah, Crash Bandicoot had the benefit of having almost like it was 3D, but it was all straight pathways. It was almost,
Yeah, it was very linear.
yeah.
Right, so we got 2 new planes. We have.
So
the
did you buy those, or
F-117.
did those just appear from completing the mission?
Those appear from completing the mission because every plane that I own is in this garish, god-awful paint scheme.
Oh, so you can buy those planes now. I
Yeah.
gotcha. Okay,
So
so
I can
those are
buy-
available to now purchase. Because
Right, so I can
now that
buy
I'm seeing the price. Okay. All right.
Yeah. Yeah, and so the F-117, just like in real life, is a stealth fighter, but as you can see, it's kind of shitty at everything. Its only advantage is that it's really hard for enemy aircraft and ground forces to lock onto it.
Yeah, but you didn't really struggle with the F-14, so...
And I can't afford the MiG, which
Holy
is really...
crap!
Yeah, it's,
You're not that far off, though.
No.
You're only 60,000 credits away. I mean,
yeah,
how much?
you know.
How much? A credit to dollar ratio, right?
Probably about equivalent.
Well, it's
Give or
funny.
take.
I'm looking at the planes and I'm thinking about how much a plane actually costs, and I'm like, this is way cheaper than a real plane in
Yeah,
in
right.
real life. Like, this plane costs $6 million. That's a cheap ass plane.
Yeah, we got the Friends, Family, and Mercenary discount.
Yeah.
Also, what accent is this guy? Is this Australian?
It does sound like a weird British accent.
Yeah, like... I'm not
Well,
sure if it's
B-52s.
entirely...
That's a lot of
Yes.
bombers.
Yeah, so...
All right, so there was
bombers, cargo...
no cutscene, right? This mid '90s, early PS1. There was no like cutscene to kind of push the story forward. So
Correct.
again, like, what is
What is
this just
happening now?
Is this just an extension of Mission 1, or did something else happen that now we have to take care of? How do I follow? Do I need to pull up the archives in order to follow the narrative here?
Maybe. Also, this guy tells us, he's like... Yeah,
Well, he just says new enemies in sight. Like, that's not.
Yeah,
Base's
well, he says,
position was
like, our
compromised
basis
the last
position was
enemy push.
compromised.
I guess I should be paying attention to what he's saying, huh?
Maybe. But yeah, he's basically saying, because of the last operation, they now know where our base is, and they're scrambling bombers to attack it. We have to take them out.
Well, that
Damn it,
wasn't
I hit X!
That wasn't very clever.
Yeah, also, Circle is confirmed. Fuck me, I did it again. Yes, Alright, F-14,
The
let's
right button.
roll.
That's all right.
Jesus Christ.
Beginning of the game's fourth mission. Oh, Wingman can be. I'm getting ahead of myself. You're probably going to talk about that.
Indeed. Alright, this guy's coming straight at me.
It's the ticket. Get the ticket. Get the ticket.
TNDF-2. Otherwise known as the Tornado.
Well,
In less technically
in nicknamey
prized-
terms.
Yeah, so it's so the plane is actually called the Tornado. It's actually a European like multi-role jet from
Does it have-
the 80s.
Does it have a sister plane called the Hurricane?
In a sense, yes,
Good. But someone picked up on the pun.
but actually, in all seriousness, it might because it
But
was
you already
used
have
by
low
the British.
fuel.
I didn't start with full fuel.
Why not? That seems.
I don't know.
that seems
Good
unfair.
question.
You have to buy fuel. You gonna crash?
No. Also, one other thing about
You're
this game
you're
is
locked on.
guns. Yeah, but the thing is that because this guy's turning, he's going to outmaneuver the missile. Now he's not. Well, you know, fine. I'll just gun you to death. Ow! Hey, who did that?
Someone hit Dustin.
Did that guy shoot me? I wasn't close enough to the B-52s. Just die already. And the C5 doesn't have guns. 1, 2, and 3.
Fox 1, Fox 2.
These would be Fox 2s, because they are heat-seeking missiles. Fox 1s are for intermediate range
Get the
missiles.
ticket.
Oh, the TGT, yeah.
Yeah. I know what it says. I know what it means. I'm just having fun.
Oh, yeah. TGT. We gotta get them tags.
Get them tickets.
Where the hell is the last guy? Screw it.
Like underneath you.
Don't shoot me! Don't shoot me!
Two
That
behind
might have
you.
been all the time. Yeah.
2 on your 6. On
Yeah,
your
as
4
my
and 1 on your 2.
as my co-pilot keeps very unhelpfully telling me, up ahead, there's no one ahead of me. On your right, yeah, they're on my right. On your left, yes, I know.
I mean,
I'm
on your
going
right,
to.
on your right is an ever-changing direction
Mm-hmm.
when you're moving in 3D space.
Gotcha. Yes, indeed they are. Oh, you got a lock. So you get the
lazy.
warning when they're locked onto you, and then you get a caution when they're shooting at you. And then you need to make some maneuvers.
And then you get bullet holes when they shoot you.
Yeah, or a missile up your tailpipe, which also hurts.
Gotta watch out for those plane tailpipes.
And gotcha. Also, there is a third-person view, so you can see my lovely plane. The
Yeah, but
only
I know you're
problem
not.
is-
I know you're not gonna fly like that though.
See, I do in the later games because it's cool, but I don't have any indication of like my heading or where I am. I don't have a radar. Like, this is handy because, like, oh yeah, I'm going 1,400 miles an hour.
You know your altitude. You know your speed.
Yep. I know how many missiles. Well, this also shows me how many missiles I have.
Kind of.
Yeah, sort of.
Not
In a very,
not
like-
in a numerical sense.
Yeah. Ouch! Ouch! Stop shooting me, you bastard.
Woo!
I was actually turning my head with that.
Action shot. Of course you were.
Yeah. Whee!
Ugh.
Alright, let's see how we did. 2 Tindifs, 2 AV-8s, the Harrier, 3 Stratofortresses, 1
Took some
C5.
damage. Took some damage.
Yeah, some jerkwad shot me with a machine gun.
I gotta repair the
Apparently
ship now.
I have to. Yeah, and apparently I have to pay for it.
You gotta pay for repairs, man. That's the you know. That's the downside of being a mercenary. If it was the government, they'd pay for everything, but you gotta pay for your own shit here.
I suppose you're right. Damn you. All right,
Now
no
I
aircraft
gotta
available.
I gotta pay attention to the actual narrative interjection this time around.
All right, so we got a new plane. All right, so we still have the MiG-31. The
So you can
F-117.
afford the MiG now, though,
Yeah.
or the
Although
FA-18,
Yep,
F-stroke
FA.
A.
Yep, the FA-18, the Hornet.
Let's let the MiG have better defense.
Yeah, because the MiG is basically all about hitting hard and being tough to kill while not being terribly fast, like the mobility, so it's hard to turn.
I see that.
The MiG-31 was actually designed as an interceptor, so it's meant to go very fast in a straight line. It was actually meant to intercept SR-71s.
So it's a muscle car.
Yes, very much so. However, I am going to buy the F-18. As soon as I realize that Circle is confirmed in this stupid game. F-18, please. And I don't know if that's an improvement in color. There is actually
you have to use that livery. Like you can't.
not without a cheat
change-
code.
Yeah, all right.
There's a cheat code to use.
It's an
This
in-game
paint
cheat
scheme-
code. We should stress, right? Oh, it
Right.
just makes it black, like matte black.
No, it just makes them the standard color.
Oh,
So,
okay.
like-
What they were
so, like-
originally what they showed up as originally in the hangar
Right.
when they were for sale.
Also, I don't freaking afford. Give me the credits.
Yeah, but now you
All right.
lost a life.
Yeah.
Right. Pay attention. Pay attention. AWACS reports an enemy incursion in our sector. We are diverting you from local air support to forward operations. Neutralize the approaching units. Target enemy attacking force. Formation makeup is unknown. Expect enemy fighter support in a tough dogfight. Good luck.
Thank you, sir. All right, let's take the FA-18.
Ready?
Yeah, I love this.
Ready?
Now!
All right.
It's actually pretty low to the ground.
Enemy locked on target.
Oh, I got him!
Enemy locked on ahead.
Oh, Jesus.
Enemy targets located. Up ahead.
Yeah, so there, I'm just flying through their line,
Oh, I noticed.
taking out a few, and then just
you
circling
yeah,
back.
you took one of each pairing out. Ugh, missed.
Yeah.
It's good maneuver, Iceman.
Mm-hmm. He ain't gonna live long enough.
Ugh.
This one's a little bit harder to fly than the Tomcat, because it's kind of drifty.
I need you to pull a drift around a mountain.
We'll see. It's like, I'm pulling back on the stick, but it takes a bit for it to, like, get out of its dive.
Yeah.
Which is a little irritating. Also, would you believe that this game came out before the analog, like the DualShock came out?
Well, yeah, it came out in PS1.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the PS1 had the DualShock on it just later in life.
I was gonna say late in the console's life, though.
Man, altitude too low, climb. Nag, nag, nag. You're gonna wreck this airplane. Alright, let's fly.
This game also
It's like-
fueled part of your love for, like, headbanging classic rock.
Yes. I do have most of the Ace Combat soundtracks, either downloaded from, like, Apple Music or Spotify. They're on that, too.
That doesn't surprise
And the
me.
ones that aren't, I've actually imported the discs. Because, duh. Yeah, hold on.
Bogey on your six!
Which there's not.
Yeah, there is.
Sort of, I guess.
I mean, he was on your six when he called out that he was on your six.
Yeah, but he's like miles away.
Still on your six.
And an E767. It's unarmed.
He's just calling out where the enemies are, alright? You're asking for specifics, and he's just giving you vagaries, right? What? You stalled!
Yeah, I hit the brakes a little too hard. Apparently planes don't like to fly when they're going under 100 miles an hour. Who'd have thunk? Yeah! Look at that beautiful plane. And that hideous paint scheme. They're actually, in Ace Combat 7, because they celebrated the 25th anniversary of Ace Combat after AC7 was released, and they actually offered certain planes in this color scheme. Just,
I was gonna ask, did they hold on to this color scheme for later games, or was this the only game that
No.
had this? So this is the only one that's got this weird purple and orange,
Yup.
like flame design.
Oh, yeah. Because it turns out people want to, have the planes look like planes. Alright, we got another aircraft. Let's see what we got.
Night attack on a coastal city.
Indeed. Then we have the MiG, F-117. Oh, there's the
Dunduf.
Tornado.
Look at the Dunduf.
Yeah, the Tornado nighttime defense. I don't remember the exact.
That rear wing looks way too big for the size of that plane.
Oh, like the tail fin?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is kind of outsized huge. Ooh. Do I want the Tornado or the F-15? I think I want the F-15.
You have a little less stability, but more defense.
More defense
And a little more offense.
Yeah. Good lord. Is there a more 90s paint scheme than this? 'Cause I don't think there is. Alright. Well, now we have an F-15.
Alright.
Let's do a night attack on a coastal city. Ready, narrator?
Ready.
Let's roll!
Up to now, our offensive missions have been constrained
by the presence of civilians in Donut City. A recent evacuation of that city permits us to engage hard targets within the city perimeter. Target 1, Computer Communications Center. Target 2, Enemy Headquarters Building. Night conditions should neutralize enemy ground fire. However, the city has at least 3 interceptors available. We have no intelligence on force composition.
From now on, you will have a wingman assigned to you. Inform him of the operation before departure. Good luck!
Thank you, sir. All right, so now we have two options. We can launch with support
with
or launch.
So, question.
Mm-hmm.
When you started the game, it gave you the option for 2-player.
Yes.
Would you have been forced to play if I was player 2? Would I have been able to play those opening missions and have to wait until this mission to join the game?
Nope, because the 2-player mode is a versus mode only. Which,
That's a little disappointing.
It is, and especially because it's not like a kill-based thing of like, first to 5 wins. It's whoever gets shot down first loses. And then you have to get kicked back to the menu screen, have to pick everything again. It was probably an afterthought.
So it could literally take like 10 seconds.
Yeah. So we have William in the F4. We have Baron in the F-117.
Oh, when you gotta pay them?
Yes, unfortunately. You have Philip in the Tornado. You have Sergio.
Sergio?
Sergio.
I mean, it's a weird spelling, but that's definitely Sergio.
I was going to say, is that how you spell Sergio? So Sergio in the F-14, and Yuli in the MiG-31.
Well, I mean, I leave it to you. You'll know better than me if it's kind of necessary or if it's useful to have support. Or if you can do it on your own.
I could do it on my own, but let's bring in an F4. And I'll
Who do
take
we hire?
the F-15. William?
You're not even sure. Hey, William, Sergio,
yeah,
Frank,
there he is.
Larry, buddy. Whoa,
Yeah.
he just
He's
fucked
out.
off.
He
huh?
go.
Enemy in sight.
All right, let's take out this ground target.
Ooh, we got ground targets for the first time, huh?
Enemy in sight. Enemy locked on
Gonna
target.
blow up buildings?
Focus on
Yep.
our six.
You're just destroying. Now you're just killing civilians.
No, they have been evacuated from Donut City.
Every single one of them.
Yep, all.
Seems convenient. Seems like a convenient. Yeah.
Enemy in sight.
You're not wrong.
Every single civilian has been evacuated from this major city.
Ow! Yes, I heard you, darling. Still hear you.
Enemy in sight.
I love this game, but the fact that it tells you like 10 times that you've been shot is a little extreme.
Well, just in case you weren't listening the first 9 times.
Focus on our six.
All right, I don't know what the hell.
Yahtzee!
Also, if there's one thing about this game that they fortunately fixed in others, the gun is basically useless.
Yeah, I've noticed you're not really using it a lot, and when you have used it, it doesn't seem to be doing a lot of damage.
Yeah, and it truly.
You know what would be really useful is if you did use the gun, and you could tell it was doing damage by the plane leaking oil.
Yeah, or like smoking or something, which they.
And
do
then
with
I was
games.
making a reference to Attack Horizon or whatever the game was.
Enemy in sight.
Oh, Assault Horizon. Yeah.
Assault Horizon.
We will not be playing that game. Maybe we will. I don't know. I haven't actually played it because it's not very good, and it's.
I've played a couple
completely
missions. I've played a couple missions. That I actually have played a little bit of because I heard terrible things about it, and I just kind of wanted to see it for myself.
Yeah, I've never played it. I never really had the desire
Enemy in
to.
sight.
I just know that like the main thing from that game is you're doing damage to a plane, and modern
Making it
FPSs, right? Like where you kind of like you'll start to get like a red screen with sustained damage until you get behind cover and like you miraculously heal, right? The plane's going to do the same thing. The more damaged they are, they start leaking fuel from wherever you hit it.
Yeah, like the whole point was like visceral air combat, and it's just like air combat isn't visceral. We can hardly see the things that I'm shooting at. All right, I think this is a pair of F4s, and I just put a missile in one of them.
I think for better or for worse, Ace Combat I think has always appealed to a very niche group of gamers.
Yeah, although this game sold 25 million copies.
In the U.S. or
Worldwide.
I'd be curious about what the percentage is around across the globe.
I am too, because it was
Because the
um
in the cutscenes that I've watched you play, which are granted few between. Everything I've seen of the game, it appears to be very, and I mean this in the nicest way possible, very Japanesey.
Yes, it is.
So I would think that, you know, it's home country of origin is probably the more popular place for
Shit.
the series.
Probably, yeah.
And that Assault Horizon was their attempt to Americanize it.
Yeah, and it kind of failed miserably.
Yeah, we're not all that stupid, fortunately.
Yeah. See, the MiG-31s are a little tough. Oh my god.
Well, he was dumb though. He was turning too tightly for you to hit him.
Although I am the one currently
And then-
pointing towards the ground.
And then he turned like right at the worst moment.
Mm-hmm. They're not the sharpest knives on the block.
Well, yeah, 1995. I mean, how smart are you going to expect video game AI to be? Like, where's your
My
wingman?
God only knows.
Yeah,
Uh,
exactly. You started the
Oh,
mission. You started the mission, and he forgot that he like left the oven running.
Yeah. He's allegedly sort of at my 5 o'clock, presumably tailing this MiG as well, but it's a good thing I didn't pay the big bucks for the other dude. Come on.
Don't let him get away. It's not the most helpful instruction.
Yeah, it's like, he's
I'm
in
not-
my sights.
I'm not trying to let him get away. Him getting away would not be an intentional thing.
Alright. I'm just gonna do a little hitting away over here.
I guess they give you a lot more fuel for this mission.
Yeah.
All right, go blow
hey,
up
it's
some
Pac-Man,
civilians.
Or P-Man. Food here.
Go blow up some apartment buildings.
It's the enemy headquarters. We're not
Uh-huh.
terrorists.
Uh-huh.
I think.
You're mercenaries, so.
But we have a price, but
Well, my main point is being mercenaries. You being deemed a terrorist is entirely dependent on which side you're fighting for.
I suppose that's right. But these are the rebels who are terrorists, so
I mean, the soldiers are, not the civilians.
no, that is true. Where the hell are you?
Here we thought we weren't going to get into an ethical conversation about politics during this broadcast.
I mean, it is always one of those things that, like, I love planes. I've loved them my whole life, but I have to reconcile that with the fact that most of the ones that I really like, including the one I'm currently flying, is an instrument of death. God damn you! Stop shooting me. And
I mean, not
just,
all the time.
That is true. And
Granted, you're talking about your favorite planes, which is fair dues.
right.
Although, but I mean, you can also take solace in the fact that there are also plenty of planes that are made for leisure, as well as
and they're all beautiful.
human transportation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Bingo. Mission accomplished. Wow, they didn't bother texturing the top of those buildings. I can't say I blame them, but I mean, hell, most of the things in this game aren't textured by the fact that we're flying through basically a skybox that has some random polygons driven. Oh, there you are.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah, give me that little wing waggle. Although, damn, those ground targets were certainly worth the hassle.
So you didn't need to take those ground targets out?
Nah, like, the only ones I did were the ones that were the big buildings.
So is that why
That
you left
were-
those for last?
Yes, because I wanted to kill everything else to make
I don't know if I would have known that ahead of time. Like, if I had been playing, I don't think I would have just, like, destroyed what was ever in front of me.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough. Alright, we got a new plane, again. What do we get? Yeah, MiG-31.
How many planes are in this game?
I think there's 18-ish?
So they're giving them to you fast and furious here, because they're giving you, like, 2 new planes a mission.
Yeah, so we have the MiG-31, F-117, the Tornado, the F-4.
Ah, the F4.
F-15.
Well, with the F4, I thought we already had. That was, like, one of the first ones the game gave to us, I thought.
Yeah. Although now apparently we can buy another one for some reason.
Oh, yeah, because you sold it.
Yeah, I sold it because I'm like, I'm never going to fly this effing thing.
So now you got another one. They
Yeah,
replaced
so-
the one that you sold.
Mm-hmm. Although, interestingly, the F-14 is actually worth more than the F-18 and the F-15. Weird.
Yeah, all right.
Uh,
The
I
thunder.
think- yeah, like there's a. I mean, I used to remember what that stood for, but I guess they couldn't fit tornado in the text limit for the thing for whatever reason. Nah, I don't need the tornado.
Is the tornado F2?
Might be actually, which was like the fighter variant.
So is this like a Star Fox thing where you get to choose one or the other, or do you do both of them?
So you do both. You just get to pick which order. So we can either destroy the pipe,
Do them in order.
destroy pipe hyphen lines, or destroy production site. But this
do
one
it
has
in
an
order.
exclamation point. This one is
Do it in order.
destroy pipe lines.
Mission
This was
5.
destroy production site.
Do it in order.
I'm doing it.
Reconnaissance indicates
a weak link in their fuel supply infrastructure. A single pipeline transfers all crude oil from their fields to their refinery.
Target. Oil refinery plant and oil field.
Strike both the pipeline and the refinery. Target: oil refinery plant and oil field. Use the pipeline as reference to the refinery. Locate and destroy. Good luck!
Didn't know my Jewish grandma was giving me the briefing.
And
But I
don't
take
you
it-
forget about me.
Yeah. Yeah, so we did take William. I don't know, we got some more money this time. We can actually take
Aaron.
someone. Oh, you're new.
How much
no, you're-
ego do you have when you name yourself Baron as a fighter pilot?
It can't be that much because you're flying a freaking stealth fighter. And not a
How's
good
he
one.
supposed to be helpful? As
Oh,
a stealth,
we have
Riho?
Riho, who is new.
Riho!
Expensive. Expensive, but they are flying the F-18. Actually,
I mean, they didn't really
Um,
do too. The last guy didn't do too much for you the last mission. So
nope. So, all of these have the same power, don't they? They do.
Yeah. Just a question of how stable and mobile you want it.
I think for this one, since it's mostly ground targets, I'll take the Tomcat, which is one of my favorite planes ever.
Ready?
Ooh, we have a different
Yeah.
different
We're not-
textured locale, and eventually that refinery will be on the ground and not space. Maybe not.
you assume a lot.
Maybe not.
Enemy locked on target.
Okay, I can kind of figure out what the ground looks like now.
Yeah.
Really, they
there's
put
a-
the textures into like the hillsides, but not the actual location where things are.
Not wrong.
Like,
Ow!
I can tell that there are buildings on that site, but they're
Mhm.
flat.
Yep. They sure are.
Enemy in sight.
Like all that stuff is flat on the ground.
Sure is.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah, that was a little pucker factor there. Not gonna lie. I have taken off, you nerd. Take off. I did.
Blow up those tankers. Probably not when we fly over them.
Bogey on our 6. Altitude too low. Flying. Enemy locked on target. Take off. Altitude too low. Flying.
Woo! Barrel roll for style.
Do a barrel roll.
Yes, do a barrel roll.
Whoa.
A little sun effect. And
Yeah, a little
your
lens
co-pilot just threw up.
I hope so.
Bogey on our 6.
Maybe it'll shut them up for a little bit.
So are all the ground targets are these extra monnaie?
No, those are actually targets that I need to destroy.
Oh, all right. So the stuff that pops up with the target actually is things that
Yeah.
you need. Like this is extra.
Oh shit! Yeah,
because it didn't say target next to it.
right. So this F-14
you.
I'm just killing because I feel like it.
I gotcha.
Also, this one's about to shoot me, so all of a sudden it's at the top of my shit list.
Funny how that happens when things are trying to kill you.
Also, one thing I missed from the later Ace Combat games is you can actually like turn your head to look at a target, which I can't do here because this is before 3D was invented. So I can't see what direction my enemy's facing. So I just got to kind of assume I'm turning with them.
Yeah, it's fair.
Enemy in sight.
Question about the Ace Combat series
Yes.
at this point. So obviously this is the first one. Does our character have a name in this game?
Yes, Phoenix.
So
Which is
I thought that was the name of the
retconned.
organization.
No, the organization is Scarface. I think.
Okay, I'll leave comments for that one for a different time. So our name is Phoenix.
Yes, we are
I'm
Phoenix.
assuming that's a nickname. That's just a call sign.
Yep,
um,
it's your tech name.
So
it's called.
moving forward in the series, do we play the
Mhm.
same character? Do we have
We
different
do
protagonists in each game?
Different protagonists.
In each game?
Mhm.
So each game takes place in the same world, right?
Yes.
The same universe.
Yes.
But we're experiencing it from different perspectives.
right.
Is it the
Different
same
nations.
conflict, or is it like does the narrative progress
The narrative
into
progresses.
additional conflicts?
It has to do with a lot of different conflicts, all within the same world. And that world in Ace Combat is called Strange Real, which is, like Earth, but not Earth.
It's strange.
And yet real. But this game takes place in 1995, which is the same time the game came out.
Yep.
But they retconned it to be, I think, nearly concurrent with another event in the Strange Real continuity.
Why'd they do that?
Because this game came out 15 years before the one that came out that takes place at the same time. Because the other big war in Ace Combat lore that occurs in 1995 is the Belkan War, and we'll get to that.
Yeah, I guess with that statement, I guess we should
Mhm.
mention that our thoughts here, our plan here, was to create an AceCast
Yes.
to kind of coincide with ZeldaCast, so that now Dustin has a game series to share with me, and it's not just me sharing Zelda stuff with him.
Indeed. And it's like a different
Enemy in sight.
like type of game too.
Oh yeah, completely different type.
Enemy locked on target.
Don't shoot me, don't shoot me, don't shoot me. Thank you. Oh shit.
Oh, he shot you.
Oh, shot at me. Shot a missile, which I don't know.
Caution!
Enemy in
I don't know how you know where you're going.
It told me to follow the pipelines, so I'm following the pipelines. And I can also look at
Enemy
the
in
map.
sight. Enemy target located.
Alright, so there's two F4s up there? Alright, so let's intercept those guys first. Lens flare! Oh, F-15s. A worthy adversary.
When you're that high up, everything just kind of looks like you're on Bespin.
Yeah, a little bit. Which kind of makes sense. It's just, now it's oil instead of, like, Tabana gas. That's right, we're OG nerds. Ah! Nailed him.
We bagged one!
Bagged one!
He is
Yeah.
so emotional in the back seat there.
Yeah, the later games make the wingmen, or your co-pilot, one either quieter or non-existent.
Yeah, I was gonna say completely shut upable.
Yes. Oh, damn it. Lost the lock.
So, were you into planes prior to this game, or was this
Oh, yeah.
game kind of like okay?
Yeah, like, some of my earliest... Why won't you die? Some of my earliest memories, because I'm originally from the Midwest, and we lived near an Air Force base.
Enemy in sight.
We're going to, like, air shows at that air base, and, like, going and laying down in, like, the refueling boom of a KC-135, which is so cool. And, like, I got to see a B-2 in person. The base there was one of the home bases for one of the... I swear to God, if you tell me to return to the mission, which I'm doing right now, I'm just going to hit eject. Yeah, watch this!
If only you could.
I can crash into the ground, but then I lose
You
my
can restart the
F-14.
mission.
Yeah,
you
and
can
I'm
restart
a-
the mission.
Yeah, which is more irritating. Alright, so we want the southern branch, which is over here-ish. Are you the southern branch? You are. It is a nice... Hmm?
You know what you're looking at.
I was looking at, like, where I was relative to the refinery.
Yeah, how can you
'Cause
tell? It's just, your map was just brown.
Yeah, but that little gray doodad I know is the center,
Enemy in sight.
and that helps me find where this thing is.
You just happen to know it's the center.
Right. I will say one thing about this mission. It is one of the longer ones in the game, because they actually gave me a full fuel tank for this one. But it is nice to be able to open up the jet and make it like fly at full speed, which is just always cool.
Yeah, I saw you get around like 1,500 miles per hour. Or
Yeah, it takes a
thereabouts.
bit to get there, but it is cool. Tornado?
Enemy in sight.
Oh, that was presumptuous.
You were going for the glory on that shot.
I was. Die. I should have gone with the F-15. Whatever. You. Oh, you're really gonna... I'm working on it. Fire, shoot him down.
You better work. You're running out of missiles. You only got 23 left.
I am running low. Ish.
Enemy locked on target. Fire. Shoot it down.
Yeah, see how it says fire there?
Yeah.
That's when, and real aircraft do this too, where it's like, basically the computer is calculated that you have a very high chance of hitting, and so it's basically telling you shoot. And now we're just going to circle back and take out the targets.
Enemy in sight.
Yes, I know. Just yaw a little bit.
Boom. Oh, that's right. I forgot you were playing with like the expert controls.
Yeah, because otherwise the game gets very slow. Because you can only turn at like a 35-degree angle, like an airliner. And that is not what this jet is for. Oh yeah, look at those ground targets. I only got hit twice?
Yeah, I don't know how the math works on that.
No, I don't either. I never did. It was just like, yeah, and some nerd shot me twice, so patch up the bullet hole, and apparently I'm paying for labor costs and not parts. Turns out maintaining an F-14 or a fighter pilot, or a fighter... Let me just try that again. Turns out maintaining a squadron is a lot of work. And
Well, the
money.
good news that your wages far outweigh your costs.
Mm-hmm. All right. We got a new plane.
Did we?
Yes, we did. So, yeah, still have the MiG-31, F-117, Tornado,
Yep.
F-4,
Yeah.
A-10?
A-10.
the Warthog, and everything else. The F8 or the A10, yeah, unsurprising. It's very stable. It's mobile. Its defense is maxed, and it's very powerful offense, but it is very slow. That might be a handy thing to have later. I don't think I need it now.
Handy to have later.
Yeah, when we do like a destroy production site.
I was gonna say, go in order.
Yep, here we go.
To the desert.
The enemy has proved to have significant
The enemy has proved to have significant
War of
resources.
attrition is not to our advantage.
This war of attrition is not to our advantage.
Infrastructure sites.
We are now targeting key infrastructure sites. Target: resources mining system and production plant. Intelligence reports stealth fighters operating in this theater. Remember, the IR lack of radar blah, 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 essential.
Yeah, that kind of got lost
Good luck.
in P there, didn't it?
I don't know what it said.
Their lack of radar signature.
Oh,
But it was
there.
like exactly aligned with the P in my player fighter. Do I need sport? No, I'll save the money. I'll take the F-15 for a spin.
Maverick, do you need air sport? Nah, I got
Hell
this.
no.
Ready?
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Oh, the map had us in a desert.
Sort of. No, it's actually
Why are
just a giant rock table.
I was gonna say, why are we coming on the plateau of death here?
I don't know.
What the hell is this? This looks like a dungeon in Final Fantasy VII. What is this
Doesn't it?
thing?
Yes, bogey on our tail. I know. I'm shooting them. Actually, they're apparently like right in front of me.
Up ahead!
Ah, there you are. F-16s.
Enemy locked on target.
I want that.
I suppose that means we're gonna have an F-16 after we can for sale after we can.
Ooh, I hope so.
What the Bogey on our six.
Are you? This
Dustin
isn't the
wastes
stealth
all of
fighter.
Take off.
As Dustin wastes all of his missiles.
Die.
Well, for a
With
second,
a
I thought that
vengeance.
one actually missed too.
I thought it did for a second too.
Located.
Ah, fuck this. I'm taking out those ground targets.
Bogey on our six.
Please don't shoot me. Please don't shoot me. Please don't shoot me.
What is this weird wall that they've erected on the rocks here?
God only knows.
Enemy target.
The Great Wall of Scully?
Yeah, might actually be. Another F-16.
Enemy locked on target. Fire. Bogey on our six.
That was a little bit ambitious there, F-16, trying to hit me with guns when you're not even pointed at me.
Up ahead.
And he calibrated to be
On target.
slight to the right.
Bogey on our six. On our left.
Come on. Get in my targeting reticle.
Ahead.
Nope, went G's direction.
On our left.
Ugh. I will end you.
Up ahead.
I know.
Enemy locked on target.
Can't catch me.
Down.
Reference acknowledged. Die. Alright,
Enemy in sight.
let's see if I can take both of these out in a single pass.
Enemy locked on target. Quick shot. Altitude low. Flying.
Yeah. Ugh. Overturn that. Oh, quiet you.
Alright, head to Rock Plateau number 2.
Heading. Yeah, what the hell is that?
Let's return to mission, buddy.
What the hell did you say?
Located.
Ah, Su-27s. We got some flankers.
Enemy locked on target. Bogey on our
Yeah, that was...
A Sioux?
infamous. Yep, SU.
on our left.
SU-2,
Schuko.
buddy.
Bogey on our tail.
For Sukhoi.
Bogey at 12 o'clock. Bogey on our six. Fire. Up ahead. Bogey on our
Ooh,
six.
put a couple holes in them. There, that'll cost you 10,000 when you go to repair.
Bogey on our six. Bogey on our tail.
Yeah, I see the F-117s in there. I'll deal with them in a second.
Up ahead.
I want to take out these
Fire. Shoot down.
flankers.
Bogey on our six. On our left.
We're just going to keep doing these, like, jousting
Up ahead.
things. Oh,
I
fine.
I
I'll
can-
deal with the friggin' stealth fighters.
They just kill something at this point.
You ain't fucking lying. Yes.
Oh, we're out of it.
Ah!
Hostile approaching. Dive. Dive.
Oh, crap. Also, one other thing about this game is that it doesn't tell me where the missiles are when they're launched at me.
On our left. On our right.
Maybe I should have brought that help along just to, like, distract the stupid fighters.
Let's return.
Well, we know for next time.
Indeed we do.
Enemy target located.
Yeah, that was vicious.
Jesus, missed.
No, you almost got him, though.
Enemy
Yeah, closer than I
think.
would have thought.
on our left. Enemy in sight.
F this. I'm taking out this freaking thing
Bogey on our six.
while I'm here.
Bingo.
There, yay, I feel better about myself.
Bogey on our six.
Ooh, look at all those ground targets.
Yeah, don't mind if I do.
Take off.
Excuse me, fighter jets. I need to kill the things that will make me more money.
I mean, the jets are worth a lot of money, especially those Su-27s.
Enemy target located. Up ahead.
No, not that one.
Bogey at 12 o'clock. On our
Besides,
left.
maybe this will draw one of them out towards me.
Bingo.
Be ideal.
Bingo. Yahoo!
Yeah, this guy's... And a left turn.
Ahead. Bogey on our six. On our left.
Why can't this thing turn tighter?
Bogey at 12 o'clock.
You didn't purchase that
Bogey
option.
on our six.
Yeah, actually, you may be right.
On our right.
I also have an advantage because I'm using a modern PlayStation controller to do this. And the original, like I said earlier, the original Air Combat didn't support analog controls, and I'm basically emulating.
Oh, yeah, you would have been using the D-pad, huh?
Oh shit.
Wait,
oh, shit,
so when
oh,
you
shit.
say modern PlayStation, you're playing on a PS5 controller?
I am, yes.
Enemy in sight.
Yeah.
Fire. Shoot it down.
I still don't have a PS5.
I'm not sure you're missing much, although to date this episode, the next chapter of the Final Fantasy VII remake just came out, so
Yeah,
please
Rebirth.
don't hit me. Yeah,
Yeah, I never even finished the first part of it. Or I guess
I need
the
to play
second part, or the 1.5, part 1.5 or whatever.
yeah, like Retrograde or whatever it is.
Yeah,
I thought I
whatever they
killed
named it.
both of those. Damn it.
Still kind of annoys me that Square Enix decides to make the naming schemes really ass complicated for other games.
Not wrong. Tink, tink.
It's taken me 20 years and I still don't understand the nomenclature behind Kingdom Hearts.
No one does. Hey, I took out one with only my guns!
Yay! Gold star!
I mean, it only took me 1,000 bullets, but, you know, whatever.
That's actually true. You have fired 1,000 bullets. Your gun magazine is basically dragging on the ground right now. It's
Might as well, because most jets
acting as
only
a
carry,
rudder.
like...
Enemy in sight.
Oh,
a
hey!
couple hundred.
Hey, you can't do that!
Ooh,
Bogey on our 6.
That jerk just pulled a Cobra.
he did. I saw that. But you hit him while he was doing it, so...
Yeah. Yeah, it did cause me to overshoot and curse, so, just keep spinning, just keep spinning.
Enemy target
So you're not really actually getting that much closer to him.
Nah, not
Yeah,
really.
you know, kind of now you are, but...
Yeah, now I'm starting to bring him in.
There you go.
Oh, only because he turned left.
Yeah, exactly. For a while, he was just turning in the same direction you were, at the same angle that you were.
Yeah, which is a little irritating.
You guys turned into synchronized dancers for a second there.
Yeah, which a lot of dogfights do, and you'll see a little more of that as we get into later entries in the series.
up ahead. Fire, shoot it down. Jesus,
Yes.
Why won't you die?
don't let him get
Tink.
away. Stay with him. Jesus, miss. Jesus, miss.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah, suck that!
It did the same thing.
Yeah, he did the same thing, and I killed him the same way. Alright.
Alright. Plateau of Death
Punch it.
number 3.
Yep. Let's mosey. At least we get to hear this like crushing, brutal riff.
I know, this one's a little bit... The music in this mission's a little bit... a little
more
harsher.
metal. Yeah, a little more metal. It's because it's we're destroying rock things, so it has to be more rocky. I guess.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Enemy in sight.
Yes, I see that.
Enemy target located.
What the hell's above me?
Enemy locked on coast.
A plane?
Fly.
Sky.
Oh, what kind?
Sun.
Are they good planes? Are they bad planes? Go down.
I'm gonna say bad planes. What, did this thing only climb so high?
Apparently my ceiling is 10,000 feet. Friggin' MiGs.
Don't let him get away.
I
Enemy
didn't.
target located.
See, that guy was easy. Friggin' flankers. Well, with luck, I might have just unlocked the
Enemy locked on
flanker.
target. Fire, shoot it down. Bogey on our 6.
Yeah,
I would
this
think
is-
that the unlocking is just purely based on finishing
Like a
each
counter.
mission.
It is, yeah.
Is it one of those things where you have to like defeat the plane in order for it to be available for sale?
It is not, no.
So
it
it is
actually
just a
depends on
beat
difficulty,
the mission.
too.
Alright, so are there planes that we're not getting because we're not playing on hard?
No. And ironically, whoopsies. Air trigger. Yeah, I know I missed, pal. But it's mostly because, yeah, it's fine.
Enemy in sight.
What the fuck was I saying? I just hit that guy?
I mean, if you can fire in a straight line, although I don't know what I don't know what this game's draw distance is.
I'm not either. And the guy shot me. Oh shit!
Oh Jesus! Oh, why didn't you turn?
I'm not gonna lie. I thought that was further away than I thought it was. Oopsies.